and said this.
Hey, make this go viral, y'all, because I'm on some real shit right now. Just think, if y'all want the murder rate to go fucking down, why y'all on this make a fucking state for straight grave niggas, straight hitters, and let us just kill each other? Let us just go dumb, you heard me? And if the other ones kill outside of the state lines, the government get to kill them or kill y'all. Like, if the ones won't bang for us our life.
Rumors are spreading that NBA YoungBoy and 4KT will stay active until they respond to what happened to NBA Ben 10. And now, B-Way Youngie has seemingly confirmed those rumors himself. Everyone heard exactly what came out of his mouth. That wasn't music, not lyrics, and not an interview where someone carefully chooses words for the camera with guidance from a PR team. That was YoungBoy's brother speaking live, raw and unfiltered. No publicist, no label direction, nothing filtering his words except a phone screen. Just someone reacting in real time after seeing his brother's close associate get shot inside a Houston restaurant, expressing exactly what he was thinking.
If y'all want the murder rate to go fucking down, why y'all on this make a fucking state for straight grave niggas, straight hitters, and let us just kill each other? Let us just go dumb, you heard me?
The internet didn't know how to process it, because when you analyze what he said carefully, line by line, it doesn't come across as random talk. It sounds like someone trying to handle both grief and anger at the same time. That reaction is human and real, and people in the streets heard it clearly. Stay focused, because this situation from the night of April 8th inside that Houston restaurant to the video clip going viral to where things stand now is far deeper and more complex than what blogs are reporting. Much deeper. Alright, to understand the full meaning of what B-Way said, you need to understand who Ben 10 really is within this circle. Not what media outlets label him as, but who he actually is. Many blogs describe him as just an affiliate, someone loosely connected to YoungBoy's circle, like a background figure. That description is inaccurate. Ben 10, whose real name is Ben Anthony Fields, is a 26-year-old from Baton Rouge. According to people close to the situation, he isn't just an associate, he is family, a close cousin, someone who was present before the fame, before the music success, before the tours and recognition. He was there during the early grind, before YoungBoy became widely known. He appeared in videos, helped create content, and was consistently part of the work because he was part of the real life being documented. He wasn't hired later or added after success. He was part of the foundation from the beginning. If you need clear proof of how strong that connection is, after the shooting, an old message from YoungBoy about Ben 10 resurfaced online. In that message, he talked about Ben 10's daughter, saying he hadn't seen her and that it was affecting him. He said her father was in the streets and that if anything happened, he would step in and take care of her. That is not how someone speaks about a business partner. That is how someone speaks about family. It reflects a deep level of loyalty and responsibility. Then, in 2025, YoungBoy reportedly gave Ben 10 $250,000, not as a business deal or investment, but as a personal gift. That shows the type of relationship they had. So when news broke that Ben 10 was shot inside Confessions in Houston, this wasn't just another industry incident. This was someone from the core of YoungBoy's circle being affected, and people who understand that relationship immediately understood why the reaction was so strong and emotional. There's another aspect many people are ignoring. Ben 10 wasn't only connected to YoungBoy, he was building his own path. His Instagram account, MGNGN10, reached over 1 million followers. He ran slime design clothing. He worked on videography, directing, and content creation. His track Play With Me connected with a younger audience and showed he had his own style and delivery. He was doing what many artists are learning to do today, turning authenticity into a brand while keeping it genuine. He was active in music, social media, merchandise, and content creation, and he was doing all of this as a father, raising 2 sons, True and Ben, often sharing moments with them online. He was building something long-term for his children. That's who was inside Confessions on April 8th, not just an associate, but a creator, businessman, father, and key member of a major rap circle with a future ahead of him. Now, let's go over what actually happened that night. Most blogs only shared surface details. Here's a clearer picture. April 8th, 2026. Late night in Houston, specifically the Upper Kirby area, known as a busy, upscale part of the city with restaurants and nightlife, a place where people usually feel secure. The location was Confessions Restaurant and Lounge, a popular venue created by entrepreneur Sterling Lewis. It's known for its high-profile atmosphere and well-known guests. Ben 10 was there that night. Earlier, he posted an Instagram story with OG33, YoungBoy's manager and a key figure in the Never Broke Again group. At that time, nothing seemed unusual. Around 11:30 p.m., the situation changed. According to Houston Police Lieutenant R. Wilkins, a suspect at the location got into a confrontation, possibly related to a chain-snatching attempt. Evidence suggested this may have been targeted rather than random. The altercation lasted between 30 seconds and a minute. The suspect was taken to the ground, and during that moment he pulled out a concealed firearm and began shooting inside the crowded space, where around 20 to 30 people were present. 2 individuals were injured. One was shot multiple times in the torso. The other was injured in the arms and legs. Both were taken to hospitals in critical condition. The individual shot multiple times in the torso was Ben 10. Out of everyone in that room, he suffered the most serious injuries. He was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Within an hour, social media began spreading false reports that he had died. Posts spread quickly across Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok without confirmation. Then OG Monique, the mother of OG33, posted a message on Instagram saying, "10 is alert, stop the made-up stories." That message helped stop the misinformation. It confirmed that Ben 10 was alive and conscious, but being alert is not the same as being stable. Multiple gunshot wounds to the torso meant the situation was still extremely serious and potentially life-changing. Then B-Way went live. While everything was still unfolding, while authorities were still investigating, and while the family was receiving updates, he spoke publicly. He said, "Make it go viral." He talked about the need for accountability, how the system has changed, and how actions today quickly lead to federal consequences. He explained that situations that once stayed local now involve federal authorities much faster. He also said directly, "I love to bang. I'm back on that." This part changed how people reacted, because his words reflected a real shift in how street situations are handled today. The use of federal laws, including RICO cases, has made consequences much more severe. Situations that once remained local now escalate quickly to federal investigations. His frustration reflects a broader reality, a clash between traditional street culture and a modern legal system designed to control it. But when he said he's ready to return to that lifestyle, it changed the tone of the conversation. Because when someone speaks during emotional stress, it doesn't sound controlled. It sounds exactly like that live session. The clip quickly reached over 122,000 views, with reactions spreading rapidly across social media. People weren't just watching, they were studying it closely, breaking it down and asking the same question in many different ways. What does this mean moving forward? The biggest unanswered issue remains clear. Who fired the shot? Houston PD was present at the scene, with video footage, witnesses, and individuals cooperating in real time. Lieutenant Wilkins stated that investigators were confident they would identify the shooter, but no public arrest followed. No confirmed name came from official sources in the immediate aftermath. Then, a name began circulating online, All-Star Jr. Reports from Hot New Hip Hop suggested that All-Star Jr. was hinting at possible involvement in the shooting involving NBA Ben 10. However, no official charges were confirmed, and no law enforcement agency publicly named any suspect. Still, online discussions don't wait for official statements. When a name becomes attached to a story of this scale and begins trending alongside the victim, it quickly becomes part of the narrative, confirmed or not. That's how information spreads in 2026. What is known is that Houston police had strong video evidence, multiple witnesses, and described the case as active. The surrounding details, the apparent targeting, how the incident unfolded, and the precision of the attack suggested this was not random. While official confirmation was pending, the public began connecting details on its own. B-Way's live stream entered directly into that environment. One important point many are overlooking is that NBA YoungBoy has said nothing. No post, no story, no official statement. Complete silence. Some interpret that as indifference, but when you look at his recent history, it can be understood differently. He spent nearly 2 years in federal custody on gun-related charges, later receiving a pardon from Donald Trump in 2025. Since then, he has carefully rebuilt his public image. He is fully aware that anything he says publicly can carry legal consequences and be used in both legal and media narratives. He previously gave Ben 10 $250,000 and has publicly stated that he would support his family. He helped build the environment that Ben 10 has been part of throughout his career. That relationship is not being questioned. What is unclear is how much someone in his position can say publicly during a situation like this. Increasingly, the answer is very little, because every statement can be interpreted in different ways, so B-Way spoke instead. That appears intentional. Taking a broader view, this situation, the shooting, the live stream, YoungBoy's silence, and the public reaction, represents more than just one incident in Houston. It reflects where hip-hop stands in 2026, at the intersection of street realities, digital content, law enforcement, and social media. Ben 10 was building his own brand, a growing presence across multiple platforms, including music, merchandise, and online content. He wasn't only connected to fame, he was actively creating his own path. This highlights a difficult reality for many individuals from similar backgrounds. Progress can be made, distance can be created, but past connections and history can still follow. It's not only about location, it's about relationships and long-standing ties. B-Way's livestream expressed that frustration directly, not in a structured or controlled way, but in a manner that reflects how grief and anger often appear in real situations. So here is the current situation. NBA Ben 10, 26 years old, a close relative of one of the most prominent rappers, a father of two, and an entrepreneur, is currently hospitalized after sustaining multiple gunshot wounds inside a Houston restaurant on April 8, 2026. The shooter has not been publicly identified or charged. NBA YoungBoy has made no public comment. His brother B-Way went live and stated, "I'm back on that type of situation." Since then, the public, authorities, and media have been closely observing how events develop. One key point remains: Ben 10 survived the incident. He was conscious and responsive. That is the most important fact at this stage. Regardless of what follows, he is still alive. However, the situation remains unresolved. The shooter has not been identified. The investigation is ongoing. Emotions within the group are still intense and unsettled. The coming months may provide more clarity. The priority now should be that everyone involved makes careful decisions and stays safe. Ben's children need their father. His circle needs stability. Acting impulsively in moments of emotion can lead to further loss. Being present and making it through each day safely is, in itself, a form of strength. Share your perspective. After analyzing B-Way's statements, what stands out to you, and how do you see the situation developing for this group in the coming months?